Chocolate and Cheese Novelization, Series 3, Chapter 13, Misread. Read by Zane Carnie. A hiss of steam escaped as the train arrived at Britomart. Off the train stepped the birthday boy himself, Lars, as he began to enjoy his special birthday in town. The day was perfect. Perfect weather and perfect atmosphere. Only one thing was missing. His friends. Eventually time began to move slower and slower. Before long, Lars's stomach began to grumble. "That's the sign of hunger," said Lars to himself as he looked down at his stomach. As Lars raised his head, he noticed he was stood across from Madeline's work. As he stared at it, he remembered how he and Jenny had eaten there a few days previous. He pulled out his phone and rang Jenny. Meanwhile, Sam and Jenny were hard at work decorating the lounge area of Sam's house for Lars's party. "Thanks for coming over to help with this, Jenny," said Sam, stood on a ladder as he hung decorations. "What would you do without me?" joked Jenny as her phone went off. "Lars is calling," she started. "Hey babe," she said, picking up the phone. "Hey," said Lars. "Happy birthday, babe," said Jenny. "Thanks, Jen," said Lars. "So what's up?" asked Jenny. "Oh, nothing, just around town. Wondered if you wanted to get lunch," asked Lars. "Ah, babe, I'd love to, but, I'm a bit busy," said Jenny. "Oh," said Lars. "But I'll see you started Jenny, before Sam fell off his ladder. "Fuck!" shouted Sam. "Is everything okay? What's going on?" asked Lars. "Are you okay?" asked Jenny. "Swell," lied Sam. "Jen?" inquired Lars. "Oh, sorry. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it," said Jenny. "Who's there? Who are you with?" asked Lars. "Oh, no one special," said Jenny. "Sure?" asked Lars. "Yeah, you don't know him. Anyway, I've got to go. I'll see you tonight," said Jenny, hanging up the call. "Okay, started Lars before he realized she'd hung up. Lars put his phone down at his side as he looked again towards Madeline's work. "Meh," shrugged Lars as he wandered across the road towards the restaurant. As Lars entered the restaurant, he had his head in his phone. "Good morning," said a familiar voice as Lars approached the checkout. "Hiya, can I get a..." started Lars before taking his head out of his phone. "Madeline? What are you doing here?" he asked. "Working. This is my work." "Hey, happy birthday by the way," said Madeline. "Thanks, but aren't you and Sam supposed to be hanging out today?" asked Lars. Not till tonight, no," said Madeline, confused. "Then who's he having over today?" asked Lars quietly. "What?" inquired Madeline. Nothing. I've got to go. Sorry, Madeline," said Lars as he turned to leave. "Are you sure you didn't want some lunch first?" asked Madeline. Well, do you guys do chocolate and cheese?" inquired Lars. "Just for you. I'll prepare some," said Madeline. "Madeline, you rock," said Lars. "Just this once, though, for your special day," said Madeline, walking into the back as Lars walked outside to a table. As he sat down, he called Sam. At Sam's house, he and Jenny were continuing to decorate the lounge, as they both lifted a karaoke machine in through the front door. "Are you sure Lars will like this?" asked Sam. "Oh no, this is for Lucas," said Jenny, as Sam's phone began to go off on the bench, but Sam didn't notice. "Dude, pick up!" said Lars angrily. "Hey, it's Sam. Sorry you can't..." started Sam's voicemail, before Lars hung up and put his head to the table. Moments later, Madeline appeared with chocolate and cheese on a plate for him. "Thanks, Madeline," said Lars, clearly frustrated. "Look, Lars, I can't sit and console you or I might get fired. But what's up?" asked Madeline, sitting down beside Lars. "Madeline, do you think I'm a good boyfriend?" asked Lars. "Well, I think Jenny is a lucky girl to have you," reassured Madeline. "You think so?" asked Lars. "Definitely," said Madeline. "Thanks, Madeline," said Lars. "And by the way, I've paid for the chocolate and cheese, so you don't have to worry about it," said Madeline, standing up. "Madeline, you saint," said Lars, as another customer began to wave Madeline over to their table. "Gotta go. I'll see you tonight," said Madeline, walking off. For a moment, Lars pondered why she had said tonight. "Meh," shrugged Lars, dismissing it, beginning to eat his chocolate and cheese. Shortly after finishing his chocolate and cheese, Lars began to run back towards the train station, determined to find out who Sam was hanging out with today, if not Madeline. As he ran, he passed an open flower store. He stopped and turned back to the store. He saw the flowers, and they reminded him of Jenny. He began to walk towards the store. "Excuse me, can I get a bunch of your roses, please?" said Lars to the flower shop man. The flower shop man grabbed his biggest bunch of roses and handed them to Lars. Lars paid for them and ran. "Thanks very much," shouted Lars as he began to run again. Much to Lars's surprise, around the corner was Molly, who leapt out at him. "Lars!" screamed Molly. Lars let out a short scream as he threw the roses into the air out of shock. "Oh, sorry," said Molly. "Thanks for nothing," said Lars, as he began regathering the roses. "Oh, roses for me? You shouldn't have," said Molly. "And I didn't. They're for Jenny," said Lars, standing up. "Oh," said Molly. "Well, happy birthday, Lars, by the way," she continued. "Thanks, Molly, but I really better get going," said Lars, running off past her. "That's okay. I'll see you tonight," said Molly, winking and skipping off in the opposite direction. Once again, Lars processed the word tonight. "Meh," shrugged Lars, as he remembered why he was in a rush, and began to run back towards the train station.